Morning or afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Welcome. My name is Kaya, yoga instructor and kinesiology student. Today we're talking about balance. We're going to do 5 exercises for better balance. So starting a little bit easier and then working our way up into more difficult balancing things so you can kind of see where you are along that line of progression. I'll talk about this as we go through it, but obviously you can use a chair or a wall or a table or something steady for support for all of these. So if you need to use something for some extra balance while you do them, please do so. Let's get started then. So first exercise, calf rocks. So all I mean by that is a calf raise. So we're coming up on the toes, go to the side. But then we're also lifting the toes and coming up on the heels. So we're kind of rocking back and forth on our feet. So coming up on the balls of the feet and then coming up on the heel. So you can have a chair or a wall, like I said, for some support. So the reason we're doing this instead of just a calf raise is because if we have instability in our legs or weak muscles in our legs, or especially as we get older, we tend to kind of hunch forward, especially with age. And then when we walk or jog, whatever we're doing, we're kind of almost falling forward. So I see that a lot with the older people that I work with. A big thing as you get older is that hunching forward and you're almost falling forward. So what we're doing is we're practicing our calf raises, then we're also practicing coming up on the heels, which is shifting our weight back. And so we're learning to get strength with that kind of backwards movement as well. So it's going to help prevent falling, which obviously is a big thing with loss of balance. And then just working other muscles. So working towards doing 10 of these and then doing up to 3 sets through that. So doing 10, seeing how you feel, maybe doing another 10 and maybe doing another 10. So 30 in total. You can always do them, 10, 10, 10, or you can do 10, then go to the next one and go through the whole circuit and then come back. Whatever makes more sense for you. Number 2, foot in front raises. So what we're going to do is, like we're walking the line, we're going to place one heel in front of the other toes, and right away you're going to notice that it's totally shifting your base, right? We're used to standing on 2 feet beside each other. So this is changing the base, changing kind of where your center of gravity needs to be in order to be stable. And then first thing is just to stand here. So if you can, standing on your own, maybe using something for balance. And then if you're okay there, we're going to do calf raises from here. So again, 10, and then we switch and do 10 on the other side. So we're just practicing getting strong in a different stance, right? Because when we're walking, we do have one foot in front of the other, so we want to get some level of balance and stability with that foot in. Okay. Foot in front walk. So just like we did the foot in front calf raise, now we're gonna, if you are good with that, you can always use a chair for this one too, or a wall. We're gonna practice actually walking heel to toe, heel to toe. And you can turn around. So I don't know, doing like 10 steps in each direction, take a break, try that again. You could even walk around the house like this for some practice. But yeah, so we're making our base, instead of having like, a solid base underneath us, we've now made it a lot smaller. We're going to have to work, our whole body's going to have to work to keep ourselves back. Okay, I think we'll move on to number 4. So one leg balance. So we've gone through some balancing with both feet in different ways. And now we're going to go into one leg balance. So just like it sounds, we're going to ground down through one foot. Try to have equal pressure through the front and back of the foot. So notice if you kind of rock into your heel or your toe more, try to keep that balance. And then we'll bring the other leg up. And maybe that's just coming up on your toe, the tip of your toe. Maybe you can get an inch off. Maybe you can lift the leg up. You can always use a wall or a chair. And we're going to see if we can stay on one leg for 10 seconds. If you can do that, try 20. If you can do that, try 30. And then switch to the other side, staying as long as you can. And then repeating that up to 3 times on each side. So now we're just getting, a little bit more advanced, coming onto one leg. So that was number 4, one leg balance. Yeah, just bring that other leg as high up as you can. It's okay if it's just hovering. And then really engaging the glutes, so squeezing your bum to keep the hip, ankle, and knee all, in line and strong. Okay, very last thing is the one leg hip hinge, or if you've done yoga, it's like warrior 3 or toppling tree, whatever you want to call it. So instead of just having one leg raised up, we're actually going to practice hinging forward at the hips. So no excuses for this one, because I work with like 80-year-old cardiac patients and they do this one, so you can find what works for you. So maybe all that is holding onto a chair and bringing your toes out behind you. So this is perfectly fine place to be. If you can hover those toes up, and we want to engage our core. Think about a long line all the way from the top of the head to the heel, and then maybe you can come a little bit further. Maybe you can take your hand off the chair. It's all just one big progression to see how we can get stronger. So it's fine if you're here, and it's fine if you're here. Just we want to kind of find that edge where it's difficult, we're a little bit wobbly, but we're not going to hurt ourselves. So definitely challenging yourself, but staying safe. So I think that's it for me. Enough talking. Thank you all for tuning in and watching. Yeah, if you watch this later and you have questions, leave it down below. We'll get back to you. I think that's it. Bye.